We are a few weeks later. We arrived safely from Colombia, and I'm here in Leiden at the lab, where if everything went well, the samples should have arrived. And I'm going to show you in the lab what we are going to do next with the samples, and what we are expected to get from them. Here is the Naturalis barcoding lab. So we have all facilities for DNA extraction and sequencing analysis. So this whole floor actually is full of labs. I don't come here that often, but all of our samples should be here. See if I can find them. Yes, so these are the bags with samples that we collected in Colombia. So it contains all small bags just as we collected them in the field. And each of these bags has a number of these tiny tubes, and they all contain a root we collected in the field, and they were kept frozen. Actually, the samples just arrived a few days ago, and because we froze them, the DNA, the genetic material of the fungi that are in these roots is still intact, and we will use that genetic material to identify exactly which fungi are living inside each of these plant roots. It will take us a few more weeks before we'll get the results from our samples. So I cannot show you anything yet, but once we have the results, we will be able to build a network. And I have an example of such a network here. And in that network, we are able to show which plants and which fungi are connected to each other. And that is shown here with these lines. And you can see it's a very complex thing. It's a very complex interaction network. And that is because a lot of the species in a rainforest are linked to each other. And by building such a network, we will actually be able to visualize that, to see it with our own eyes. And it gets much more cooler, because remember that we went to the rainforest because we wanted to sample these very special plants. These plants actually use this network. And in the network that we will build with our data, we will have these special plants part of the network. And that will show us how the nutrients are flowing inside of this network, because we know that these plants use the network to steal nutrients from surrounding plants. So, this is it. I hope I've been able to show you a bit about my work as a researcher while I travel to this rainforest, what I'm doing there. I hope you've also seen how nice these rainforests are. And next time when you are in a forest, remind yourself you are walking over a whole network of fungi. So all of these species are connected to each other. And it's really important that we know these connections and that we know these networks, because that allows us to effectively protect our ecosystems.